Hey everybody, Jason here, Samco Workshop. Today we're going to talk about the Falken Wildpeak. These are the AT3s. They now have the AT4 out, but I do not have an AT4, but we have run these on many vehicles, and here they are on my wife's 4Runner. We got over 30,000 miles on this thing already, and so we're going to talk about it because these have been on since day one. They were put on this before this thing even got 1 mile on it. So these have got 30,000 miles on them. They're rotated every 5,000 miles, and we can take a look at them and see. These are a LT 275/70. I put them on 17. I put them on purpose because of the fact that I thought eventually I might take this over if she bought something different, and I wanted something capable off-road. To fit these tires, I did have to do a little bit of modifying with a heat gun on the mud flap, and I had to pull this fender liner back just a smidge so we don't rub on that fender liner right there too, which was real easy to do. Plenty of videos online for it. There's no lift on this vehicle or anything like that. But as far as the tires, Falken tires have proven themselves time and time again for me. They're incredible. They're absolutely incredible. These are over 2 years old, 30,000 miles on them, and this thing lives on the road. This thing barely sees any paint or any dirt time because, again, it is my wife's. So it spends most of its time on the actual road. We'll check this tread depth for you, but they got real good side biters on there. You got two-tone Wildpeak lettering, whether you want the checkered or the not quite so raised on the other side, but just a phenomenal well-built tire that does it all well. You can see by the tread design, it's a very aggressive all-terrain, but it's still pretty quiet on the road. Now, it's not as quiet as a street tire, but it's, you know, I love these. They hold up incredibly well. They work really well. They do fling some rocks because of these side biters being kind of narrow in here. Versus if you look at here, you know, the same thing, but see how these have got the ejectors in them on these Toyo Open Country. So these ones don't throw rocks quite as bad as these ones do with these without having the ejector bars in there. So rocks will get stuck in here and get flung out. You can actually see right there a bunch of rocks from my driveway even, okay? So like I said, stuff will get caught in there. You know, it'll fling a couple of rocks, but you know, as long as you got protection on the vehicle, you're good for that. But that is the only downside to these tires, but I love them. I will buy Falkens again. Give you an example. These have got 30,000 miles on them. These had 30 seconds of tread depth when brand new. We will measure them, but these have got over 30,000 miles on them. These ones right here have 17,000 miles on them with a 17 mil tread depth, and you can see how much more worn down these are. And these barely spend any time on the road. They spend all their time in the mud. Okay, so it's a big difference. These are wearing much faster than what these are. Let's actually check the mileage. Let's see what we really got on here. So just right there, you can see it. 30,300 miles on these things, okay, on these particular tires. So and if we take our little homemade tread depth checker, okay, which is this thing here, we're going to push that all the way through, and then we are going to measure that. We're going to pull this out because I'm doing everything one-handed. So we're going to put that right there, and we're going to take this, and what we're going to do is we're going to stick it right on there, right between two lugs, and we are going to push it down. So let's pick right here, and then we're going to push it down and see. Okay, so now that's flat. Whatever we have lengthwise there in 30 seconds is where we're actually at. So let's see what that puts us at. We are basically coming in right at half inch. And so if we're coming in, if you see it there, where's the phone so you can see it? There you go. So we're right at half inch, which would be 8/16, which would be 16:30 seconds. We are at 16:30 seconds. We are down 2/30 seconds of an inch in 30,000 miles of pavement. 2/30 seconds of an inch in 30,000 miles of pavement. Let that sink in, okay? Good aggressive tire, well built, well designed. I never get flats in these things, and I've had them on 9 different vehicles. They hold up tremendously, and they do everything very well. There is a reason that it is such a fantastic tire, and these are those reasons right there. Let's just, for kicks, see what this one comes in at, which, like I said, only has 17,000 miles on it. These right here, so we got these Toyos. We're going to pick a tread right in there like that, something like that. Let's pop that right there, push it straight down, and see where we come in at. And we're going to take this, we're going to set it right on here and see where you can see it at. So we're going to call that 6. We're going to call that 6/32, or I mean 6/16, so it's going to be 12. So we're at 12 is where we are on these. So these are at 12. When I had 17, we're down 5/32 of an inch on these in half the distance as those, and these have only been on the dirt. Most of their life has been on the dirt, where most of this thing's life has been on the pavement and should be wearing much faster. So that goes to show you how great these tires are. These Falkens are just, every bit of them is pure perfection on every kind of level. Durability, longevity, reliability, quietness is very good for an all-terrain. These Toyos are a little quieter, but like I said, I'm 17,000 miles on them, and I'm wearing so fast. It's disappointing. So fast. I won't buy these again. Very disappointed comparatively. And also notice how small and shallow these side biters are on this. Comparatively, they're barely even there. And when we look at these, you know, very aggressive side biter lugs, which are tremendously beneficial in the woods. So, like I said, this Falken this Wildpeak AT3, been a fantastic tire. I have no disappointments with it whatsoever, and I expect the new AT4 to be even better. I cannot wait to get those. That's what will be going on that Gladiator next, most likely. But very impressive tire, and if you find these still, you're finding them with deals at some of the places online as they're trying to clear them out to get room for the AT4s, and you're also finding them in stores as well too. And if you can, don't be afraid to jump on these. They're a smoking deal, and it is a absolute fantastic tire. So there you go. That's a look at those Falken Wildpeak AT3s. I've done reviews on them on my other channel going back 5-6 years. Like I said, I've had these on many vehicles, and they are by far, in my opinion, hands down the best all-terrain tire you could ever buy to put on any vehicle. If you're going to do a combination of on-road and off-road, I don't think there's a better option out there. These have been absolutely incredible, and these again are the 275/70/17 LTs, and I like the LT tires a lot. Yeah, they're a little bit heavier, but man, they do hold up really good. And like I said, I cannot wait to put these on that Gladiator I got. These ones here are, well, like I said, down 5/32 of tread life out of 30 seconds of tread life. We're down to 12 and only 17,000 miles. That's sad as can be. For those of you guys that don't believe me, we'll actually open this and show you the, let's take a look at what it's got here mileage wise. Right there, we're almost 18,000 miles on these tires. And actually, I had them for 500 miles on the stock ones before I put these on. So we're 17,000 miles. Very disappointing. Very disappointing. The Falkens, incredible. Straight up incredible. So if you are looking for a new tire and you want to put something on there that's going to last forever, be super strong and durable, low chance of getting a flat, hold up to everything you're going to throw at it, and last for many years, can't beat the Falken Wildpeak AT3. Probably the same with the AT4. I can't wait to try one out. Thanks for watching.